recording. Yay. Hi, Physia. How are
Hi,
you?
Oksana. I'm fine, thank you. How's the weather in Chicago?
Oh, it keeps snowing. And my friend just, people keep scooping up because when you come out and your car is parked outside, I mean, it's all covered in snow. It's like a huge,
Wow.
can take a sled and go down on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
must
how's
be
it
very,
in the
very
UK?
cold. UK is just it's very cold to be honest, and but is the I saw like some attempt of snow, but just a little, and they become they melt straight away when they go to the
Mm,
floor. But
ah,
yes, we are still February,
right.
winter.
Yeah. That's nice. So our topic of today is death, which everybody fears is like the strongest program. Um, every client basically comes and to Ephesia in me, and they always have it on the back of their mind, even if you consciously understand what's going to happen after. But people are even recently a client wrote to me. She wants to try. It's like to rehearse her death, go to the moment in the future and rehearse how she's coming out of the body, what she's doing, because she wants to be sure that she knows what to do. You know, she'll just repeat what we did in the session in a way. So, I mean, it's a good topic, and I just wanted to I'll give you a turn to explain what you do.
I
To
mean, that is an excellent topic. I really, really always fascinated since I was a little girl about the death, what it can be, which where we go, and if we're going to keep. When I was a little girl, I was always thought that I I stay with the same body, with the same features, but obviously it's not like that. Oh yes.
mm,
Currently I'm studying past life regression therapy academy here in England. And because of the pandemic, we had a lot postponed, workshops. But hopefully
mm,
in April, I will going to, get the license, and we're doing various, basically work like body therapy, spirit attachment release, which is the basically energy intrusive energy cleanup and
mm,
detect them, like the esoteric past life, esoteric regression, which is something that I've been doing from September in a recent course. And yes,
mm,
I'm even doing a course of mediumship at the moment to exercise the mind a little bit more faster. So
mm.
basically, I got my hand in this big plate.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, you already finished the course, so it's just another and another one to, yeah, but your sessions are already fantastic. I've seen a few and I'm impressed.
Thank you. Thank you very
So,
much. Very kind.
I mean, it's true. So, but regarding death, we're gonna go into the part two afterwards. It's gonna be a separate
Mhm.
video when, we'll go into trance maybe and look at different people with different levels of consciousness, how they exit the body, where are they going, and those who are immersed in matrix programs, what happens to them, those who have entities attached, or I mean, there's so many different scenarios regarding this. And so I don't know. I mean, everybody pretty much is asking. What to do and how to get to what should I do? Should I go back to my own planet where I came from, incarnating on Earth, or
Mhm.
should I go somewhere higher? I mean, to me, the way I see it, I see myself always this huge, gigantic platform, looks like a flower. And there's on the petals of the flower, there are all the people I know sitting by transparent, huge glass screens, but they're
Mhm.
made out of crystal. And we are on the floating chairs, looking like energy, but I recognize the energy pattern of people I meet in this life, which is pretty amazing. And every time I meet somebody, I go there in chance, right before I go to sleep. Everybody can do that. And just focus your intention just to see. And then I see those people, like they say, hi, we actually agree up there to meet down here to help each other and to interact. Because energetically we absorb each other's information through osmosis when we talk to each other, even. So it's what I understood. We kind of created this mess ourselves with our own hands. It's hard to believe, but it's true. For me, at least, that's my opinion. And then now we're trying to get ourselves out of this mess by helping each other and shutting down the matrix system. But there's
Exactly.
also other forces involved, because when there's a little mm, you know, imperfection in a way in a system created as a solar system or universe, right? The viruses get seep through. It's like a little portal is opening. There's not enough protection, or the universe or a planet was just created, and like a baby doesn't. It hasn't developed immune system to protect itself. That's when all this invasion happens of like in our
Yeah.
planet, all for draconians and reptilians and greys, and so.
Yeah, because this explains why they find it so easy, to get us in
Mhm.
every way through. I mean, in the real life and in our dreams. Basically, they are everywhere. And
Right.
so we you say the correct word. We're not protected.
Yeah,
This is
yeah, we're
why I
exposed. Hmm.
I feel that as well. I agree with you. We have to take the more information we have here is possible through other people experience with our experiences, with our sessions, practice, and basically open up more and more our consciousness or pineal gland in order
Hmm.
to basically that we know that we don't forget, because when we leave the body basically we are in shock, because the trespass is always a bit shocking. It's like when you do bumping jumping and yeah, you are scared, and then
Right,
you're relaxed. It's the
right.
moment when you jump that is like is a fear, that you feel the fear, this emotion that just explodes. And like the baby when arrives on this planet, the birth, the child, which is quite very painful for a baby, because we know that it feels all the pain in the
Stressful.
world, and it,
Right.
it feels quickly it starts all the emotion, all the feeling only once. For a baby is quite
Mm.
shocking, you know
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
feel that the shock of the birth probably sometime uh, shaking a little bit the memory of the
Mm.
soul, the old soul
Mm.
that chose exactly this body,
Mm.
because it's experiencing the birth. The way around is
Mm.
with the death. We are experiencing this change, this big jump, this fear. Oh, we are dying, and now what's going on? We're going to the unknown, and then we are just, where we are. Just the first thing is what we are, and the first thing, because still we have the human attachment.
It was still, yeah, whatever we worked upon and
Yeah.
understood regarding consciousness level in this life goes with you after death.
Yes.
So if know exactly what to do, you'll do exactly what you know. And
Exactly.
if you are unaware, you'll be confused. I mean, I can tell you, I my grandma, right? She was 90, and she just died. Like, she sat in the chair the day before. She said to me and my brother, over the phone, that she was probably ready to go, and so she consciously just left the body. I believe that because I checked on her, and she just went back. She created the planet for herself and staying there with all the animals and stuff. So I mean, and she didn't believe in God or anything. So all her
We
life,
should
as
be
well as my
very,
mom.
very. she was beyond definitely somebody to embrace death, like, you know,
Right.
like
Yeah. Yeah, everybody was gone, and she lost her daughter, which is my mom, long time ago. She always wanted to be with her. You know, it's hard to lose your child. It should be the opposite. And I guess she was just ready to see her. That's it. That was, but in a way, it helped her to leave the matrix because it's in the astral too, and the astral matrix has algorithms and has traps to trap
hmm
you in by creating this interest. You know, everybody's always like, come on, look at this, look at that, look at the light of tunnel. Everybody tells you about it on earth. But
yeah,
yeah.
there are many ways to distract us. If This is why I'm working with my own consciousness, and give more information as possible to my subconscious,
Mm-hmm.
and download my little software to my, in order to for me to don't be tricked by other souls or entities that they have a sort of camouflage to trick you and to take you with them, drag you with them, and create another contract or an abduction in order that you say yes, because when you say yes, you are their property again. And this
Right.
is this is what I perceive, and what I sometimes channel. I sometimes I do some exercise in order to know what I have to do. I mean, if I see my grandma, if I see my uncles, relatives, siblings, that they are welcoming, obviously, because your consciousness, remember, is still the one that you left in the
Mm,
earth.
yeah.
It's like you say, I was so happy to see you. I'm very, very happy, but I have to go you know,
Yeah.
to this way, because they
Yeah.
says, come with us, because we're going to show you where you have to go.
Play
Because
on your emotions, because if you love your mom so much and she left you on earth, if she shows up and you're unaware how high the technology level of
yeah,
holographic images they're using, you know, your mom is not your mom. It's either an entity or hologram. But that's a trap. You know, you have to know about. You have to know the
because they are,
enemy's
yeah. I mean, I
technology.
believe some soul they are real, but they are still on in trapped. Okay, they are doing
Right,
this because
entrapped
they
themselves.
don't even realize that they are,
Mm-hmm.
basically dragging us in their own, uh,
Mm-hmm.
prison. But as long that we give information even to them,
Right.
say, look, you can follow me instead. That
Mm-hmm.
can be nice. You can follow me because we're going
Yeah.
to as to go into some place. But come on, you're going to meet great uncle. You're going to meet this. Oh, your favorite singer, Fizia. Oh yes, tell them to come here because I organize a party. I mean,
Yeah.
try to really to stay firm, and I mean,
Don't get involved into conversations. It's a
yes. Oh,
distraction to lure you into something.
and so when I was chatting with you now, I saw even a sort of light, like clouds, beautiful, shining. That say, come
Mm.
here, and that this, like, drugs have the effect to you, like, it's a relax, and this what they do as well,
Mm.
you know, in the
Yeah.
other dimension. I
Yeah.
need to find like a map of signs, like London, Tokyo,
Mm.
pardon me,
Mm.
New York. Oh, sixth dimension, fifth. Oh no, I will try to go to the fifth, maybe to the sixth next quickly straight away. So because
Uh,
I already saw this, I want to try to go to that way. This is what the signals that I will going to create inside me,
mhm.
my
Yeah.
own signs, and recognize when I will leave this planet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you just focus inside yourself, so don't look around. I mean, there is just so people know, I guess. I mean, most people do. who come to sessions and watch the videos, that when you believe into something, right, the client comes, has strong belief into religion. I mean, it happens sometimes. And then you see his dad or mom passing, you go into hypnosis, right? And they go in straight into this huge egregora. I mean, it's called in Latin, I guess, of this, Catholic religion, for instance. It looks like sometimes it looks like a big room or like a level. Sometimes I see it like a huge bubble, or like an astral level where there are houses, there is a village. I saw it recently. There's a throne with
Mm.
Jesus on it. So beautiful. But then when you touch him, he turns into reptiloid.
Yeah.
And that reptilian is very sweet. He tells them all these nice things about them, but the angels are gonna come to get you because you need to reincarnate. You didn't finish something, and you'll never finish anything because that's the way it's set up. The whole system is. You always have some missions unaccomplished, which are not really your missions, given to you by force. And all this stuff, like, did you notice everybody who comes to you always asks, what is my mission? Why did I come here? I need to know the reason. I need to know what I have to accomplish here. It's our soul speaking, giving us a hint. Hey, there's no mission. You Most of us come here by force because we got trapped, we got forced into this little box of reality. In boxed reality, I call it, because there's so many limits all around. It's like in this body, they put you in a little robotic body. Here, you got it. Your metal box, go create. Can't much create with this brain and with the division of astral body and physical body, because
Yeah.
they can manipulate you in so many ways.
So many ways that this is why in this world we have all these different structures, all these organizations that they basically, with all the different beings like reptilians, insectoids, aliens, the greys, all these entities basically they share basically, or they basically are owners of different mass of people. For example, the Christians, which is they follow the religions. We have the politician. We have the soldiers. We have the, let's say, even all the, the people that they believe in even even the people that they are atheists. Atheists.
Right,
They are
right.
part of another,
Yeah, another
entity.
group that is
Another.
controlled by other group of
Yeah,
aliens.
obviously, all what we believe here, what they create to us, what they implant to us,
Mm.
will be used when we leave this body, and they will
Yeah,
again they send you back in the same probably, or sometimes they can even try to make us, live in another experience. So instead to be, for me to be a very big extremist. Religious Christian or Muslim, then I can be maybe a man that I can arrive with maybe from a place where they don't even know. Maybe there are still tribes,
yeah,
or or maybe I'm a woman that don't believe in nothing, or am I just a singer?
yeah, yeah.
But what I can see is like they always, all these people that this world I perceive that are now very popular. They've been like singers, and the way what they sing, what they basically give to the
Mm.
to the audience is another way
To
to
program us.
to program us, and yes, to find another big chunk of energy food for these
Mm.
entities. So,
Yeah,
and I think that they all this soul that they're trapped in the matrix, they're evolving in their own matrix. Yeah. So they're growing because they will be more and more charismatic when they come
Oh
back.
yeah. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was a priest in a previous life, and then another life I was a famous actor or
Mm.
a famous singer or a politician or a president of a small country. But still, always you change because you learn how to, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Take attention. That this is what we do when. What's happened to us when they program us when they put the microchips after we leave the body.
Yeah.
So this is very important that in this life, because we are evolving as well, even the people that are awakening, they can use all the
Mm.
information to say, no, no, now you will not use me again because I know where to go. So we're going to free ourselves for our own cage.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
I
It's
mean,
very true. Yeah. Um, I was thinking about different things as you were talking, and I mean, there's so many different things to talk about, even these days on a daily level. I feel like there is waves are coming and over our heads, and kind of like, example, I was standing outside yesterday, all of a sudden I feel this energy wave that makes you sad. I mean, you feel deep sadness for no reason, right? You're happy and now you're sad, and you understand. It's important to be conscious about it, because I totally understand it's the waves are going onto Earth and projecting, because they're giving us, of those who are asleep, the information to believe in. By believing into this information, masses trying to, I mean, they're leading us, tugging us the right timeline they want us to go, and it's always negative. So you just, unless you believe in it, you would go on that negative timeline with them. But and then these things happening, people are blocked from Amazon accounts, people are, the channels on YouTube are shut down. I feel like it's the worst comes to the worst before we see the rise of the sun. Doesn't it feel like this period right now, it's just like everything getting so tight, like they're pressuring you from all the sides, squeezing you, and
yeah,
looking at you, are you gonna survive? Like an
yeah. I mean,
experiment.
they starting because they know they are losing control. They are absolutely terrified to lose their power, and they are trying to basically do everything possible to squeeze us like a lemon and produce more energy as possible for them to come back more stronger, and is to create a big net for us. But I think they can't do that because first I feel that this planet is not their creation. They stole this planet,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
this is why sometimes they underestimated the life here and what we can do here, even if it's like a big brother, room that you can see in all the cameras. Everywhere you go in the toilet, they know everything because they see you.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they don't have the cameras everywhere.
Right.
And sometimes cameras they're breaking up.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's amazing how they genetically modified basically the human body, and
Hmm.
they're still so interested in us to use us for experiments to improve their own races. It just shows you, with all the limitations we have, we are still so powerful. They are interested in us. So they just overlaid the planet with their AI programs.
Hmm.
And everybody's always, people come to the session always saying, oh, my financial situation is, I need to improve it. But what I learned for myself, I mean, that's my own opinion, it's like when you wake up, and even if you don't, like all my life, I felt I don't belong to the system. I can't work in the workplace like others. I can't do it in big groups. I can only be on my own. I mean, they view you as the virus to the quantum computer we're sitting inside, and they start working using their own AI programs as a money system, religion, your friends, the network of people you deal with, start using them against you. I mean, as long as those are not clean or, easily programmable or can interfere. And that's why, I mean, financially, a lot of people are struggling, but that the whole system is set up that way. You're
Hmm.
supposed to be in survival mode and think about, the money to survive, simply to buy food to feed the body. So the body doesn't die because the body has the brain processor of the whole body computer, which has the biggest fear program of death. So you don't want to die. You need money for food then, and then you can't think of anything else. I mean, that's how it works. That's the deal. So if you want to be like a celebrity and have a villa on the island, well, I guess you're just gonna stay in the matrix forever
Yes,
because
or just
it's either or.
to be the president of the United States, of France, of Italy.
Right,
It's
or
like
in some
this. I
corporation or
mean,
something.
yes, it's like yes, definitely you have to create illusion, and this feeling of dependency. So we are dependent of money for sure, and that is what this is what they put up the price for us. So technology is definitely what make us slaves and be basically imprisoned in this what we call microwave life because we're living in a microwave. And then
Yeah,
they put more up, they put the temperature, this entity,
yeah,
higher and higher until we burn. Because, I mean, if you don't have internet now, you are cut off. Now
right,
everything, money is digital. I mean, kids work
right,
with the PC. Um, Without email, you can even have a bank account. So you can do
right,
nothing manually like
right.
you used to do.
Yeah,
And the more we go in there, more it's starting to become more even. What can I say? Um, Very very expensive, even technology around us to pay for
mm-hmm.
this technology,
Mm-hmm.
to use the technology.
Yeah,
It's all a chain. This is why I mean our mind is coming is become sedated. We're not allowed to think anymore or to
mm-hmm.
connect with our, inner self, our subliminal part of us that always knock, hey, be careful. Well, because when we are low, our subliminal part is telling us why. So now with all these technologies, with all this vaccine, they are basically make our soul to sleep.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
in our spirituality is becoming less and less and less and less in order to be more materialistic, to be more food. Like when you have these big farms and you
yeah,
give, example, it's not a wild animal anymore. The animal eats what you give to him
right,
and uh, chemical foods. Everything is
right.
just
Yeah,
just see what a life a cow does in this farms in these no farms actually in these structures that are just it's very terrible to see a life of animal now just for produce food. They don't even
right,
know. They don't even know. I don't understand. They just live just to produce milk. I feel very sad when I think about them because this is what we are, what we are, what the entities do with us.
yeah.
We do
They
with
do
the
this.
animal.
Yeah, yeah. It's a chain reaction. It's almost like a program. I agree with you. I mean, I recently had some woman wrote to me in the comments that, oh, you're talking about that your family is vegetarian and you eat some, it's like I just mentioned that at some point even my, the man in the family who ate meat started eating this. They sell those like soy mixed with vegetable, different products like sausages or cutlets. I mean, they resemble meat, but they're not meat, and the taste is different. So it's like a transition, from eating animals to
Yeah.
eating more plant-based. And she said, well, but soy produced in the US is all genetically modified. And then I started thinking, what, how interesting it is. They always try to divide us by opinion. Let's just don't have opinion. Set opinion. Let's just voice our opinion, accept others, and don't put ourselves in limits of I'm vegan, I'm vegetarian, or vegans are better than vegetarians, or maybe vegetarians are better than vegans. When people ask me what you eat, I say I always eat what I feel like eating.
Mm.
Well, I do eat vegetables mostly, because that's when I feel light and better. Mm, but I mean, I haven't eaten meat since childhood just because probably didn't resonate with me. The same thing with my daughters. But it doesn't matter. I mean, some people have DNA infused with reptilian part and they need meat and they feel terrible. They feel like dying without it. I mean, they can reduce the amount, but still little, need a little. I mean, if it's a nice, genuine, sincere, kind person, would I hate this person just for eating meat?
Exactly.
Because he's genetically programmed that way? Of course not. So how can we just and then that article, the soy, how do you really know the organic, the USDA organic that they say is organic, is not really treated with chemicals? If we live
Exactly.
in it's like a big bucket of polluted environment we live inside. They keep
Yeah.
dumping dirt on top of our heads saying, oh, this is organic, or this is not genetically modified, and this is. I mean, it's all polluted. Let's
Exactly.
face
Yeah.
the reality. All they feed us the information, it's all fake. I feel everything is totally fake. What is not fake is our consciousness, and by consciously programming my food, I can make it totally clean for myself. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
So
it's true. It's true. This is why I don't know where I heard somebody says. So what we do then? We just born and live in a little room because
yeah, it is a little room with lots of
and
pollution, and they're trying to install hatred of us
yeah.
towards each other. So you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we have to accept that now we are in this planet and to learn as much as possible and basically to keep all this information pretty, alive, even when we leave this body. That is, for me, can be a mission, which I mean, we don't know that maybe we're not doing a mission. Maybe we are part. They're laughing of us. Look at that. Look at Fizzy, Oksana, what they're trying to do. Oh yeah, ha ha ha. You know what I mean? And then yeah. We play as what they think. Who
Yeah, we're
knows?
players, but we refuse the game. We refuse the rules of their game. That's why
Exactly.
that we are enemies to their system. But I'm gonna go until the very end, refusing their rules, so they cannot walk into my energy sphere and control me. I'm just gonna leave at some point. That's all. That's all you do.
Mm.
And what they're tempting you with is with your ego, which happens a lot, or the money. There's two things that are always in play, and you should understand. Then they can get you by playing and pressing on those buttons to get you back into the game.
Hmm.
And when you want to leave, you just have to follow your path. And that's what I feel for myself. And
It's interesting. When I was talking, I just remember what dream early, yeah, hours early, and I felt like they wanted to take away my uh, shopping I was like, I basically dream I was in my village back in Sardinia, and
Mm.
it was dark, obviously. And I saw this, that like we was going to this shop where they sell tobacco by different things. I was taking all my stuff and I put the bags in the entry of the
Mm.
shop. And this lady, they tried to steal my bags. Look
Mm.
how, and I tried to take my bags back. And I just
Mm.
went to face the ladies. And some people tried to say, "Hey, calm down. You are too, you getting too
Mm.
upset." I said, "I don't care. This is my stuff." And they tried to take away my stuff. I was really fighting to take my, and in the end I did it. I said, "You know what? I will go to buy new." This is what I says.
Mm.
And this time I know you, that you can take away my stuff. Actually, keep it. So that's
Mm.
where makes a bit of a connection about the information that we want to bring with us when we
Mm.
pass, and somebody's trying to steal when we arrive because we are travelers, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I
Yeah, we're
felt
so
in the dream
multidimensional.
like I saw even a lot of luggages in the floor, like
Yeah.
people was waiting just
Mm-hmm.
before to take a plane, like you're going to take
Uh,
a spacecraft.
like a
Uh,
metaphor.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now you made me channel when you will say this.
Oh, that's nice. And I remembered one thing that, there's a lot of clients come to me and say, well, I've participated in this group and that group. And the guy in charge of this group said that in 2115 or 2036 there's going to be a huge spacecraft with beautiful Pleiadians who would come and save you guys. They would put you on the spacecraft and take you away from Earth, and people believe in it, and they spend a lot of money in this group. Or there's a in Russia there's this, I'm not sure how to call it, the village of light they're building. So they're building
Really?
houses. Yes, and it's a huge like community. Is to me it's a Ku Klux Klan, that they
Mm-hmm.
connected people together. They pay a lot of money to participate, and
Yeah.
when they say, well, it's too much money as a membership, and they say, well, if you can't pay money, then you are not high enough for us to be in this
Typical.
project and be picked up by Pleiadians someday. You understand? I mean, how blind people
Yeah.
are.
Well,
I mean, I feel sorry for people
when you
they get to
sniff the
believe.
money, when you sniff the money is where you sniff the trick. So,
Exactly. That's when the
so
money involved
they
and a
they
lot. Yeah.
brainwashed people, So how sad is that? What
Yeah.
is because people now, some people they don't want to allow the creativity, our own creativity, which is our own universe,
Mm-hmm.
to basically manifest. And like I said, like when I come back to the what I said before, that they are trying to sedate us to don't to be so creative, but materialistic creative. Oh, I want money. I want a big house. I want romance, drugs, sex, and rock and roll. So, but what about spirituality? What is about to you to evolve? Yes, we create every day our intentions since we wake up because our mind is always active. She all never stops. She's always traveling with her abduction. She come back, our mind come back very tired. In the morning,
Mm-hmm.
you are just, oh, what's happened? I didn't sleep very well last night. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah, that's what they do
yeah,
to most of us at night. They
and,
try to.
and people say, was just a dream. Don't analyze. They don't dive again in the
Mm-hmm.
dream and to, I mean, not because everything must be, oh, maybe this is real, that is not real. No, is why
Mm-hmm.
you dream
Yes.
this and why they try to trick you in different, ways. And I believe when we dream, we go in a real different parallel dimensions, different
Yeah.
realities.
And
This is why now I started to believe more and more and more to my creativity,
of
and
course, yeah.
and I have a lot of fun to dive into
Mm,
my own creativity.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I have a lot of fun when I practice with people. They come to me, and they you can see they are so analytical and so rational that they are afraid to
Mm-hmm.
create, to co-create a way, a story. I said to her, "Tell me your story." There's nothing to say. I said, "You sure? Are you sure?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And these people need to be helped to believe that they have this treasure, this amazing universe inside here.
Yeah.
So they don't use because they was set up, actually we was set up to don't use our own creativity
Yeah. Yeah.
in
Because everything is taught here is the opposite from what it is
Mhm.
in real reality of a consciousness of a soul. And I feel like there's two huge programs here. First, they're trying to bombard your imagination as a child.
Mhm.
Oh, it's just your imagination, just it's not real. And you learn this from early on. It's not real. Nobody wants to hear this. It's nonsense. And second, when you wake up, all of a sudden, everybody wants to learn something and participate in big groups and pay money for the courses. And instead of looking inside and figuring out why is this thought coming in? Why am I reacting this way? Maybe I should change my ways. Everybody's trying to look for a master, for a teacher, but we people don't understand. I mean, each consciousness is like a huge universe.
Mhm.
We have our own, we are the teacher and creator of our own universe. How can you ask another creator to teach you? No. You kind of teach yourself through creating and through experience of your own creation, right?
we
So
have
you
we have
technically
our
don't
own
need groups.
spaceship in our third high,
Yeah,
it's inside
right.
our spaceship is already there waiting, come out.
Pineal gland.
Yeah.
That's what the connection to all our creation is, to all our lives, experiences, and knowledge. You don't need another one. Another one looks from a different glance and perspective, so he sees it differently. And then if you try to compare your vision with his, you would either think you're stupid, or you would think that you need to learn from him. But the whole idea is we're all different, and that's what makes the whole creation in the whole is so unique and multicolored.
Exactly.
But yeah, but you
Yeah,
have to get to it, to this understanding.
I try to be always optimistic, and I feel that we are evolving. A lot of people with that is not take everything for granted,
Mm-hmm.
starting to be more and more and more,
Mm-hmm.
and to start to say, you know what, I have enough of to
Yeah.
listen this ball of dots,
Mm.
because it's always the same things, always the same things.
Yeah. Yeah. Programming. Tell person a lie for a long time and he'll believe a lie. He'll take it as a truth. That's what's happening now with this virus and everything.
Exactly. All the politicians, they are in the end, they're always the same. They make a lot of money. They are
Mm-hmm.
always on top of you. And we are even to clapping and arguing with each other for these guys that
Right.
with
To
this
fear
nice
them afterwards.
hairs, Sometimes I was watching the faces, features of all these people in the charge, and was quite I because I saw this the video with James
Mm-hmm.
when that was this lady, but she described the faces of these entities, these
Yeah.
reptilians, and now I really even looking the features of the people, small
Mm-hmm.
eyes, big like a television face,
Yeah.
and this here's like alien.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so and
Black, dark eyes, very dark,
yeah,
black almost.
yeah. Sometimes they have a small faces, but again small eyes, and but very long, you know.
Right.
And I
Yeah. Yeah.
started to, and if you have a look in charge, they are always the same, you know,
The same breed. type of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same breed, exactly.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's
Totally. No empathy, no expression, no
uh,
emotion on the face, nothing. And now with the masks, even better. Just like a bunch of robots everywhere.
I mean, the I mean, I can't believe it that we are at such a stage because I understand that we have this, you know, flu, which I always says yes, it's true, and
Mm,
many people they are losing their life. Yes,
yeah.
but I think because every day they bombarding you with information, how many people died today. Every day, the first thing when I open the news is how much many people they died for C,
Mm, yeah.
and they don't mention anymore all the people they die for other pathologies. Just
Right.
C in
Mm,
the and what they treat is just C.
right.
Jabs, vaccine, just C. It's like
It's everywhere. I know.
I says,
Yeah.
why these people they don't understand that they are washing your brain, and more they talking about this. Like I shouldn't even talk even myself right now because I give more power. But this is what we do
Mm,
for information. Yes, we
mm.
have to say is more the flu become powerful. You understand?
Oh,
Because
yeah. Yeah.
the system of these people,
Attention,
the
energy.
brainwash become low.
Mm-hmm.
This is why they see flu as more power
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
we are making the flu more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we have organic body. I understand that. Uh, I mean, many people they react in different ways. So I don't. What I really perceive is that I don't believe that
Mm-hmm.
all these people that mention in the news every day with numbers are the real, number of people that die for C, because other people they die for car crash, they die for cancer, they die for
Of
for
course. Yeah.
homicide, murders, heart attack.
That's the agenda. That's what they're doing. But as I see, they created alternative reality, like an imprint, like a copy of this reality. They know they're basically all, ready to leave. They need to leave here vibrationally. They're not gonna be in resonance with the source anymore, and they need to bring as many asleep souls as they can by killing off their physical bodies with the sea. So that's why, those people are going and those people are taken into this alternative reality because they want to recreate this matrix into somewhere else in another bubble because this bubble popped and they can't do anything else. But the real Earth, the natural, authentic Earth, is emerging, is giving birth to its own self. So we have to go, we have to leave, we can't stay. That's what's happening now, and that's how I see it. But it's a tough time because of all this commotion, and to be honest, I see this a lot of kids, like, I mean, my kids for sure, they're constantly showing them on online school masks, hygiene, CCC, look how terrible in the world is, and they just don't watch it. They say, Mom, brainwashing again, because they're tired of it as well as I am. But
Oh. I mean, your kids they are quite, beyond complete
yeah,
other. But even me, one day I was speaking, I was just speaking my mind basically. I was not
mm,
say that this is correct what I say because everybody obviously have
just
opinions.
our
This is my
opinions. Yeah,
opinion,
right.
and basically somebody says, "Oh, be careful because you can take the C flu and then you can need a
Mm-hmm.
vaccine." Says, "You know what? If I take the C flu, what we
Mm-hmm.
can do means that I have to take the C, but I will not take this V
Mm-hmm.
because if I have to die, it's good, or actually depart in another dimension. I lived here. I leave you. I said goodbye to your dimension. I says, I means we have to go, we have to go sooner or later.
Right.
And yes, I mean, if I know I'm in an organic body.
Yeah.
I know that I'm prepared to be that anything can happen to me. But if I believe that nothing stupid can happen to me, I can prove, especially to the person, she says, "Oh, be careful, you can have the sea flu." I can prove you
Mm,
that I think you can have the sea flu before me. Actually,
mm,
I will not have nothing at all because I've inside of myself, I know I don't catch it. I don't want it.
yeah.
I completely reject. Because when I
Right.
read the numbers, I always, okay, all right,
Yeah.
masks, okay. So I laugh. I just don't think about
Mm,
it. And because
right.
you have to completely disconnect and distract
Yeah.
yourself for this basically ball of S dot
Mm,
dot because they are this is what they are only lies. When I watch, it's like when I watch a movie, it's not real. There are actors in a
yeah.
stage. That's
Just like
it.
here, the same thing.
And people, it's like this old grandma. This friend told me, says, "Oh, my grandma, she believed that the movies that was real. She was always crying when she see people
Mm,
dying there." And this is now what's happening in this reality because news
mm,
are realities, okay, media realities that
right.
they tell
Projections into consciousness in a way.
politician, they tell you just lies.
Mm,
Everything is created for you to be, you know, a nice mass of ships.
right.
I
Yeah,
don't think.
it's
I don't
true.
think with your own brain. This is what they want. You're not allowed to think because when you think with your own
Mm,
brain, you are a negationist. Oh, this person is oh, yeah, she
yeah,
has
right.
strange ideas.
That they
Yeah,
theorists or
she
yeah,
do this stuff.
conspiracy theorists right away and they're
Oh, she do
crazy
this
person.
hypnosis and she thinks maybe she's.
Yeah, it's funny, but I was actually impressed by your last session. I'm not gonna, say any names or anything, but your client said that it was she after the car accident that she had, she understood how fragile the life is. So
Yeah.
basically, you have to leave knowing that, but also knowing that there's gonna be even something greater after this.
Mm-hmm.
If you just focus on yourself and go back home where you came from, the very first point of your little point, which is huge because you can expand and create a universe out of your little point.
Mm-hmm. This is
It's
very
hard for.
interesting because when she says that that's it, this is the death, she rejected that for all her life that she probably there was another life or another experience after death because
Mm-hmm.
for her was so traumatic and so what can I say scaring
Mm-hmm.
that this fear was basically her emotion from that day till yesterday
Mm-hmm.
because she has a very huge fear that something happened to her children, to to her beloved ones, to her parents. She's
Yeah.
always in panic. She have always this massive fear that something can. And she says, "Not about me. I don't. Obviously, I don't scare what can happen to me, but
Mm-hmm.
for my children when they're going out." And I check the clock. Oh, they don't come back. It's 2 o'clock. What they doing? And I says, you know what? Because this is what the trauma was created for you to be a
Mm-hmm.
slave. And to
To
be
that.
honest, for her was a big, I mean, this was a big experience to do this session because she still is an analytical mind and she needed to perceive, but she agreed to give me the authorization to open. the door
Mm-hmm.
and to see and to explore, you know. It's
Mm-hmm.
up to her. She has all now the informations that is not what she thought all her life, that
Mm-hmm.
she was born to die pitch black, finish.
Mm-hmm.
This is what
Yeah.
she thought.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, yeah. It's very interesting. But I think we pretty much talked about everything, and mm, we can proceed with part two later.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what we can do maybe, if it's okay for you,
Mm-hmm.
we
Oh,
can chat.
let's. I'm sorry for interruption. Let's just turn off the